Hey guys, welcome back to Fortnite OG, except it's a little smaller.
What the fuck?
I think they put the island in the wash for a little too long. This is Fortnite Reload. No wait, this is Fortnite Reload, a game where you will die. But don't worry, you'll just come back with your squad, unless your entire squad is dead or the game just says, nah, no more reboots. Something Cartoon Network said when that guy made the Powerpuff Girls reboot. Seriously, why? Why? Who hired that guy? Can we kill him? Anyways, the map is smaller, featuring such famous locations from the past, such as Chicago if the crime rate wasn't as high. Never mind, average Miami neighborhood after a hurricane, and of course, the lake where I hide the bodies. Of course, it wouldn't be OG Fortnite without the OG loophole. For the most part, we'll get to it. But first, how do you win a match of Reload? The first thing you're going to need is probably the most important, and that is let's be honest here, you're going to need a good squad. Now usually I'd be with my amigos, my friends, but they're too busy playing R6, aka watching paint dry simulator, so they're kind of out of the picture for now. So, without further ado, meet Reno and Jugger. Not, but you know, I'm just gonna call them Jugs from now on. These two are brothers and also very unhinged because of politics. Also, I've been featured on Reno's channel and in one of his videos, or maybe more. I don't know. I don't have time. I'm 2 weeks late to this video. Speaking of 2 weeks late, my friend Eli is also in this video. He also has a YouTube channel. Go subscribe to it now. Go give them subscribers. They're so small and tiny. Make them big and strong, please. Like me, I need to be big and strong as well. Subscribe. This is a plea for help. Anyways, besides getting desperate, after you get your squad together, you're gonna need the second most important thing in the game. You're gonna need malware. Drumroll, please. What do you mean, no? Now, the drop spot is the most important part of any game. You could drop where there's a bunch of players, and if you want to fight them, I mean, go ahead. I can't stop you. You do you. Or you can land where there's nobody, and you get all that loot, and you get ready to fight, and then die anyways, because, you know, we'll talk about it. Of course, when you're done dropping and that first storm circle starts closing, you're gonna need something fast. And that something is something that will protect you for your entire life. Women, I mean... Ignoring that last thing, you saw absolutely nothing. The loophole in this game mode is so good and also so amazingly screwed. Here, let me explain. Here's what you might find in a normal chest. A hand cannon, bandies, and some mats. An assault rifle, bandies, maybe some shields to the bandies, and some mats. Every single exotic in the game from Chapter 4 Season 1. Yeah, does anything sound out of place there? You see, the loophole is OG for the most part. And then someone said, you know what, screw it. Let's put a bunch of mythics and some Chapter 2 and Chapter 3 weapons here. What's the worst that could happen? And that's why sometimes you'll die to someone with a Midas drum gun. But hey, that's just how the cookie crumbles. You gamble, sometimes you win, sometimes you get shot. Speaking of getting shot, after you get your loot, it's time for the best part of this mode. Now let me explain something. Let me get something straight. I am an avid build mode hater. I do not like build mode. If I see zero build, I'm choosing that. I don't care about build. I leave the circus to the clowns. However, this map does not feel like it was built with zero build in mind. And it probably wasn't. They probably just put zero build as a playlist because, you know, people play zero build. But the thing is, the OG map, during the OG, like, re-OG stuff, that map was retrofitted with zero build in mind. They put zip lines places. I'm pretty sure they put, like, a couple rocks in a couple places. This map, there is, like, multiple areas where there's just, like, barrenness. You can probably see on screen right now. And, of course, that's not the fault of the map itself. The map is fine. You know, Tilted Towers, there's a bunch of cover there. Pleasant Park, Little Loot Lake. There's cover there, but I'm talking about like the areas that aren't named. There's like no cover whatsoever, and it doesn't help that compared to its battle royale counterpart, this version of zero build is very weak in a single department I will discuss later. But I mean, other than the weak zero build, the build fights in this mode are actually pretty fun. You can just like respawn infinite times unless your entire squad gets wiped. But of course, no, that's just part of the challenge. You gotta fight who you want to fight. Can't win that fight, run off or die, doesn't matter. You'll keep coming back unless your entire team gets wiped. Well, except for one exception. You see, late into the game, a little something happens. You see, when you see that reboots have been disabled, it is time to lock in. You die, you better pray to something that your teammates get you, because if you don't get up, you are going to be spectating for the rest of the match. No reboots, no little second chances. You better either win or die trying. Speaking of dying, here are some tips to not do that. If you're dying a lot, don't worry, you're basically last breath saying. Keep respawning until the timer runs out. If you know for sure your teammates cannot get you when you're down but not out, hold R to start the reboot timer early. Unless you already have your affairs in order, don't land tilted. This one's more of an opinion, but tacks are still like really good compared to pumps, so try and pick up one of those. Unless you prefer pumps in that case, I don't know. There are no vehicles. Aha, you missed, loser. Rifts, zip lines, or launch pads, so movement items are vital to any loadout. This is also one of the weaknesses I was talking about with the zero build. Because there are no vehicles, rifts, zip lines, or anything like that, movement is kind of limited. Well, there are shockwaves and crash pads, but that can only get you so far. Ammo is much more than plentiful, giving you at least 2 times the normal amount per ammo box. Supply drops are really good. Upon respawning, you can get a full loadout from a supply drop, and also there's a crap ton of them, so go nuts. Don't even bother finishing people because 1, their teammates most likely coming to res them, so you can probably go eliminate them while they're busy. Or 2, they'll probably just reboot them anyway, so what's the point? You can swim in the water, do not be afraid to jump in. It's chapter 2 water, not shallow chapter 1 water. The island is extremely small, so encountering people is bound to happen. Even if you land somewhere you think no one's gonna land, there's probably at least 1 squad there, except for Snobby Shores. No one likes Snobby Shores. Unlike before, the input for hurtling off a cliff does not stop you from taking fall damage. So if you hurtle thinking you're not going to take fall damage, you're probably going to die. So look before you jump. There are sniper rifles in this mode. Watch out. If you die before the reboot timer ends, you will still respawn no matter if the timer is expired or not. But not after. If you die after, you're dead. Overall, this mode is pretty fun. As apart from the actual chaos that is this season, which by the way, I'm going to do a video on that when this season ends, an overview of the season, because oh my goodness, I actually love this season. Anyways, this mode puts Chapter 5 Season 3 into S tier for me. Up there with Chapter 2 Season 2 and Chapter 2 Season 6. Yeah, I know you'll hate it, but I like dinosaurs, you can't stop my opinion. Anyways, that's all I have to say, and I will be back for the Pirates of the Caribbean update. I swear I'll actually make a video on time. I swear.